Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome, whichever little category you happen to fall under. Whether you're brand new here, you ain't never seen me, I ain't never seen you. All right. Or you come here all the time, which either one, I greatly appreciate you regardless. Okay. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel if you're gonna be here. Make sure you like the video if you're gonna be here. Um, but yeah, so listen. This is just going to be, wait a minute, um, an intuitive message for the good old zodiac sign of Libra. Okay, I'm a Libra myself. I'm a Libra. Okay, Libra sun, Scorpio moon, Taurus rising, and my Venus is also in Libra. So listen, y'all already know I got my handy dandy notebook. Okay, just like to jot down some vibes and just see what's going on. All right. So first of all, there was a big energy around the color blue. I've been kind of saying that for a while now, in a few of the messages that I've done about the color blue. I just looked up some meanings behind it and whatnot. Um, hmm. And it's funny. It says the blue can represent the energy of the popular kid. Emotions around the color blue um, are trust. What? Trust is an emotion. What's going on? Trust, responsibility, loyalty, and authority. That was another big vibe too. Like blue is this energy of great authority. But I get the vibe too where it's more so like the illusion sometimes, like this energy of blue can be the illusion of authority, which definitely go watch the message of the introduction to the chosen ones, where for the Libra message that I did, because it was definitely speaking on that, where it's like, you have alluded yourself and others to think that maybe you know everything, or that you know how to handle something, but it's like you've actually never really been in those positions. Maybe you had a good idea, but it's like there may be certain things that come into your life where you've actually never been in that position before. You need training, you need practice, before you can actually move forward and really conquer something or be successful at something. So it's like you're definitely getting the opportunity to move forward in these things you feel like you've already, not necessarily that you've already mastered, but that you already have an idea about, but now it's about to really show up in your face, and now you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is. Okay. But again, this illusion of authority, while also having authority over your choices, over your own life, over you knowing, you have an internal knowing of what's best for you. And that's why it's a big vibe, of the title, where it's like the choice is clear. Like, even though there's this misconception that Libra energy may take a while to come up with conclusions or take a while to make a decision, but at the same time, it is also true that once that decision is made, there is no going back. Like, the choice is clear. Like, once the decision is made, you're going to choose that thing. You're going to walk down that path. You're going to choose that person. You're going to choose peace, or you're going to choose war. It's going to be up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you're going to choose peace or you're going to choose war. It is what it is. There's also a vibe around the color blue of honesty, commitment, serenity, and peace. And that's why I said, you're going to be walking around with this aura, of serenity, of gentleness. And again, being committed to those things that, although it may have taken you a while to get to the answer, you're still going to end up being committed and staying committed to either a jobs, a relationship. For some of you guys, you may be walking into new relationships. This might be the last relationship you're going to be in. Okay. Some of you guys may be walking into new career paths or a particular job. This may be the last job that you're going to work. Now, that does not mean that you're not going to continue to do more work. Maybe this is the last job where you're working for someone else. And then after this, however long you're going to be here, whatever your tenure may look like, after that, you set yourself up, for a life of entrepreneurial success. For a lot of you, maybe it's not the point that, you'll never love again if you're being in this relationship, but maybe through this next commitment, through this next romantic relationship, you really get a clear view of what it is that you're desiring, what it is that you want. And that's because we all end up changing and growing in life. And that's why I say maybe you've had an idea around how something was going to be. Maybe you've kind of had an idea around the way that you were going to act in certain situations. But now that you're faced with these situations, it may change your mind a little bit. Okay, some of you guys maybe you went from not believing in marriage to believing in marriage. Maybe you went from, believing in marriage to not believing in marriage, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the opposite is, or as well, just your idea of what a commitment looks like, your idea of what relationships look like may definitely shift and change. And you may be saying 555 a lot. 555, it not only represents major changes where things will never be the same, but as well uncontrollable changes. Definitely you have the point of controlling things, but I also get the vibe too where some of you guys may have been presented with certain things, either presented with certain offers, presented with certain opportunities. And again, maybe this is the point, and I've been saying this for a while too on my channel, around like a second chance, but not in the literal sense, but not in the literal sense where like this might be your third, fourth, fifth, 16th, 18th, 20th, 35th chance at something. So a lot of you may be taking a leap of faith into something blindly, maybe feeling as if you missed out on things before, so it's like, bet I'm gonna just go ahead and jump into it. But definitely a big vibe that some things that you could be going into, it may be a point of you learning a lesson, but again, this is not the average karmic energy or the average karmic cycle. I feel like that things that you are embarking in, relationships that you're embarking in, like it's gonna be a point of where it's gonna end up changing you forever. Like it's gonna have a very, very big impact, and your aura is going to be blue. Okay, blue can also represent the energy of fragileness, depression, conservativeness, and predictability. Now, you probably are not a people that like predictability. Okay, you probably don't necessarily like predictability, and I feel like more so for people to know who you are or where you're going to be predictable, or what next move you're going to make. But again, there may be something where you're going to end up being stuck, and again, that's why I say you're going to have to learn something, because you're thinking, well, that ain't gonna never happen to me. Well, if I was in that situation, I would blah 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 blah. So again, I feel like that you're going to be in some type of situation where you can't X, Y, and Z whatever you say you will do, especially if some of you are going into, I get the vibe like corporate careers or something with career, where again, like you have to be predictable. You have to tell them when you're taking off work, when you're not, or whatever, when you need time off and X, Y, and Z. So again, but I feel like that you're going to be learning through these things that you thought you already had figured out. Okay, that's the big thing. Like everything that you thought you had figured out before, you're gonna have to rewrite all of that, because you're actually gonna be in the arena. And a lot of times it's reminding me of the saying of like, there's only but so much you can practice. Like there's only but so much practice. There's only but so much research. Like the best way to learn something is to just experience it. And it's like you just got to go and experience it. So a lot of you're about to enter into a world, into a moment of just a lot of experiences, okay? All right, let me get to some of the vibes that I have written down. Yeah, definitely big vibe that you do what you want when you pop in, okay? So a lot of you may be walking into, again, a sense of freedom, because for, it may be a point of where maybe that was like the missing key. And I talked about that as well, like I said in the last video that I did the introduction to the chosen ones. Like I talked about that, like you may be being introduced to your vulnerability. So it's like the moment that you actually let your guard down, the moment that you allow yourself to be vulnerable, that's actually where you feel the most free, because it's like you don't have to pretend anymore. Again, you don't have to have this false sense of authority. It's like, no, I can't be authoritative over something that I don't truly know about, over something that I don't know all the ins and out about. However, I do feel like that's still going to bring you a sense of pride. Like, you know what? I did that. I did allow myself to be vulnerable. I did allow myself to be teachable in that moment. Okay. There was also a big vibe. Now, these are just intuitive messages that I was writing down and jotting down. There's a big vibe around splash. Okay, as you can see by the thumbnail, I had got that energy of you can do what you want when you pop in. Okay, because of the thumbnail. Like this was before I had wrote anything down. This was before I knew anything. I just seen the picture and I was like, I like it, so I'm gonna use it. Like. Okay, I don't care if it don't end up resonating with the daggone message. Like I like it, I'm gonna use it, and that's just what it's gonna be. I'm gonna do that because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I do. Okay, but literally a big vibe around like splash. But that's actually one of the ad libs for the Migos. I don't know which one, but someone be like splash, like they always say that. But there is, you know, the energy around the Migos, the group. It's like there is some type of strong bond. For some of you, this could be romantic. This could be the strong bond between you and your dreams and your goals. The strong bond between yourself, because like I said, it might the strong bond between yourself of getting to your highest self, of understanding your highest self. Because like I said, there may be a moment where you have to surrender, you have to be vulnerable, and again, but at the same time, like that makes you really happy, like that makes you really proud of yourself. So it's like this strong bond, some type of strong bond, where it's like, you know, you can go at something solo, you can walk away from something, you can break away from something, but it still doesn't negate that it can always come back together. Like you're always able to come back together, you're always able to center yourself, you're always able to humble yourself, you're always able to get yourself back to a moment of peace and understanding of others, and never truly be in this selfish energy. Yes, it has its place, you know, selfishness definitely has its place, but I feel like that again, you're really getting to the point of your balance. Okay, and that's one thing that I always be talking about. Like I heard somebody say this in a video before, and like it's always stuck with me, but about the fact that Libras are never truly balanced. That's not what the scales are about. That's not what the justice, all of that is about. It's like, it's not the point that Libras are truly balanced, is that they end up living a life always seeking balance. So that's why you may find yourself feeling one extreme emotion and then hopping to another extreme emotion. Sometimes it's never really a gray area with you. It's like either we all in or we all out. Like I'm super pissed off, or I'm just not saying nothing at all. So I always felt like that was just such an interesting dynamic of it, where it's like it's not about you being balanced, it's about you always seeking balance. Now, I've never really explored more or really heard that person say more about, okay, well, you know, those who seek shall find. Okay, those who hello, those who seek shall find. So a lot of you may be coming into this very rare moment and very exclusive moment of finding your balance, like you truly finding your balance. But again, it's kind of like a oxymoronic thing of where a part of your balance is needing to be teachable, needing to be vulnerable, needing to be honest when you don't know something. But again, I feel like you as a whole, like you have gotten to this rare form of actually being balanced. Okay, I put a very likable duo. I was just thinking of like musical talk or whatever. People say, yeah, you know, I like groups that can like break away, do their own songs. You know, they have their own individual thing, but then they can still come back together and like still do an album together, or still do music together, or tour together. But they also have their own individual successful, you know, careers or whatever. And it's like people, people in the music world, whatever, or people that may like that group, that music group or whatever. It's like, I really like that. I like the fact that, you know, they don't have any beef, or they're not mad at each other or whatever. So there's definitely a big vibe that possibly you and someone else, maybe this is you and a partnership you're about to get into. This can be a business partnership or romantic partnership, but it's like you're going to be a very, very likable duo. Like people just naturally like you guys. And there's a vibe too that you may speak your own language. I remember, why the world, I remember in high school, like it was this thing that people spoke like gibberish, but it was like, I don't know how to do it. I never learned how to do it. It was like only the freaking cool kids know how to do that or something. But it was like you place like G's in front of like stuff. Like gabig, gabag, gabug, gabug. So listen, okay, but it was like only the cool kids could do it. I didn't understand it. I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Okay, but it was like people who like gibberish was like a language or whatever. It's like you place G's in front of stuff. I don't know, but anyways, yeah. Anyways. But yeah, but like you could end up having a new language or learning a new language, with someone. Okay. And again, it may be something very exclusive. Oh, that was Pig Latin. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay. Well, shoot, I thought it was gibberish, y'all, because I didn't know. Okay, because I was like, how you do that? Okay. I was like, I'm confused. Okay. I'm confused. I'm like, how is that possible? Like, how y'all do that? How y'all know what to say? Anyway, child. But you could be speaking a new language, okay? Something, and it's not even the point of actual words. It's just, it's a big vibe as well when a lot of you get into certain connections. Again, I feel like business connections, being connected with coworkers, with your boss. Maybe you are the boss and you're needing to understand your people. You're needing to understand the people that you are supervising, or romantic relationships. Like it's about the language of love. There is a message. I didn't pull any cards or anything for this, any oracle cards, but there's a message, oracle message that says speak the language of love. And it says to be a loving person, you need to speak with, I forgot what it says. So you need to speak within peace, within love and understanding and compassion and whatnot. So again, some of you, you may be at a point of, again, like you're able to speak someone's language now, or someone is able to speak your language now, and it just makes things so much more seamless. Okay. But speaking a different language, speaking a new language, some of you guys may get a phone call, a very important phone call, or a love call as well. Like my mommy, okay, my mom called me today. I got, okay, if you follow my live streams, okay, well, I mean, sometimes, what I'm saying, y'all be sleep or whatever. But I was just talking about how I miss my mama. I'm like, girl, why you don't call me, okay? Like, where you been at? What you doing, okay? And then she called me today. I was like, oh, hey, mom. Okay. And I don't know, maybe some of y'all getting a call from your mama, okay? But yeah, and the biggest vibe is, well, some of you as well, you need to be careful of like an arm injury, all right? And your mindset will soon shift, and your energy will end up feeling lighter and more freer. Okay. Some of you as well, you may need to do arm exercises, like work on your arms. Okay, work them out. But the biggest vibe here was the song "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong. And y'all always know how I'm talking about my colors. Okay, y'all know I like my colors. All right, I love colors. Baby, I literally like draw and color and stuff. I love colors, okay? I just think colors are beautiful. Y'all already know, the oracle cards that I got, the little colorful deck. Y'all know I love colors. But randomly the message around "What a Wonderful World" had came to me. But he says, I see trees of green, red roses too. I see skies of blue, clouds of white. So there's just an energy around where, like, you are seeing the world with a different set of eyes. You're seeing the world through a different lens. And like I said, a lot of you, it's because you're finally stepping into this energy of truly being balanced, of truly understanding your own yin and yang. Okay. But yeah, but really looking at things, and even when things are negative or bad, this is not to be naive, but just looking at things even when they're negative, bad, or maybe it doesn't look like the odds are going to be in your favor. It's like you're still in this grateful energy of just life. Okay, some of you guys could end up being pregnant, or there could be new children, new ideas, new business ideas, but definitely new fresh energy. But looking at something and just saying, you know what, no matter what, like I see the beauty in everything. Like, what a wonderful world. Okay, and somebody could see the beauty within you, or literally find you very striking, very beautiful, very handsome, whatever it is. Okay, listen, I love y'all so much. That's just a little quick little message that I got for you guys. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you go out into the world and see how beautiful it is. Okay, I love y'all. Hit me up for a phone call or a one-on-one video call. That's it. Be blessed, be beautiful, and continue to do what you want. Continue to be balanced, okay, within doing what you want. All right. And just remember that the world is wonderful. Okay.